Opinion vertical Barr June 2, 2019, serious conversation between two adults steeped in the law. Rudy Giuliani joined Judge Jeanine Pirro last night to discuss recent statements by Attorney General William Barr. Pirro cited Barr's recent interview with CBS's Jan Crawford where he said that as a legal matter, he didn't believe he'd seen evidence of treason. Crawford, you're working with the DNI, the head of CIA. I want to ask you about something, just declassification. But the president has tweeted and said publicly that some in the upper echelon, Comey, McCabe, etc., committed treason. I mean, do you agree with that? Barr, well, as a lawyer I always interpret the word treason not colloquially but legally. And you know the very specific criteria for treason, so I don't think it's actually implicated in the situation that we have now. But I think what Crawford, legally. Barr, right. Crawford, you don't think that they've committed treason? Barr, not as a legal matter, no. This is the way prosecutors are supposed to proceed with their investigations. Always moving forward with the presumption of innocence. Responsible prosecutors don't smear the target of their investigation when they can't make the case against them. They don't create new legal standards like the one special counsel Robert Mueller relied on to smear President Trump last week, as set forth in our report. After that investigation, if we had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said that. So much for the presumption of innocence and the right of secret grand jury testimony. Mueller swore to uphold the Constitution and the laws that have been derived from it. He didn't. What's that make him guilty of? If the justification for Mueller's 22-month-long witch hunt is based on the importance of the presidency, then the wrongful effort to destroy that president should be considered just as egregious. Pirro asked President Trump's attorney why Barr was so quick to dismiss the possibility that treason had been committed. Giuliani, the reality is you don't want to overpromise. You don't want to overstate what's there. You don't want to make the same mistake they made in presuming President Trump to be guilty of collusion. Attorney General Barr is very upset by what they did, and, even if it isn't treason, it's perjury, suborning perjury, submitting false documents to the FISA court, colluding with the Ukrainians to obtain dirty information on Trump, the Trump campaign. There are so many crimes. Well, yeah, I think 3 or 4 or 5 of them are gonna get indicted. It's great to have the adults running things again, don't you think?